Good evening, I'm Hammy and I'm the Hammy Dressmaker and welcome back to another Friday Sews. Today I'm going to talk to you about two makes that I've made this week, including this jumpsuit, which I'll give you a twirl on. And also I'm going to talk to you about the other staple vest that I've made. I'm going to do that very quickly because it's not very boring, but it will be part of a set. I want to talk to you about what I'm going to make it with and the fabric and why I've chosen that particular pattern. So, last week's vlog, I was like, I'm not going to do any garment sewing this week, I'm going to do some crafts. As always on these channels, the plan changes according to my mood, and this week was no different. Simply because it has been hotter than Chris Hemsworth with a puppy. I have been struggling to breathe and struggling to function because of the clothes that I've got. They're just made for winter. So I was feeling brave this week. I wanted to do something that I haven't done before, a new pattern, have a go doing some more adjustments. I also wanted to use this viscose, which has been in my fabric since the dawn of time. And this is originally from Birmingham Rag Market, and it was £1 a metre, and it is fabulous. It's all colours, it's teal, it's pink, it's very, very flowy, very, very drapey, love it. The fit on this garment isn't great, and let me go into that in a moment. So there's a mixture of pattern and user error on this particular one, why this doesn't exactly tick all of the boxes like it should. But anyway, this is the pattern. This is Love Sewing Pattern See and Sew. This is B6312. This was kindly sent to me by my fabric anonymous donor with a load of other patterns, and this was one of the patterns she sent. So I'm going to take a step back just to show you the full garment. So here it is with a belt. Now, with a belt, it looks absolutely awesome, and that's how they've styled it actually on the pattern. Now, when I take the belt off, the fit of the garment completely changes. And in fact, I'm just going to move the camera back a little bit more so you can fully see the fit issues that I've got. So I'm going to take off the belt. Can you watch? And yeah, did you see that? Did you see the drop of the crotch, which is massive? It's like mid thigh now. Now I'm not MC Hammer. You know, that type of pant went out with the 80s, and I never bought into it, even though I was like 3 years old. Right, but this garment is massive. Now, with the current weather, this is a mixed blessing. I feel all the air's moving around, it's very comfortable. So, in terms of fit, what did I do? So let me just get the pattern. So I did the LG for the bust, which is 36 to 40. The waist was 34 to 37 inches, and the hips was 48 to 50 inches. So I just went straight for the pattern. Now, I knew from the start there was going to be a lot of ease built into the pattern, but I trusted the pattern. It's my first toil. When it's my first go of a pattern, I just trust the pattern a little bit until I'm satisfied. Now, I did hold the pattern up against myself, and I marked where the waist was, and the length shorten line and the waistline on the pattern was like 2.5 inches above where my waist was. So I used the length and shorten line, dropped it. Then on the back, I did my very first arse adjustment actually. Now, when I've not got the belt on, I feel a bit like one of the Teletubbies. I think it just makes my arse completely round. It's not a great look, but if I'm comfortable I don't really mind. But in terms of the arse, I did actually add 2 inches onto the backside. So the backside actually fits a lot better than the front. It's still a little long, but I think if I took the back up by 1 inch, that would be about right. But on the front, in order for the crotch to meet where it should, I'm going to just lift it up. Now I've worked out an approximation of about 4 inches for me to remove, so that means it would have been 2 inches too long in the bodice. So what we've got here is a mixture of an oversized pattern, wrong adjustments by me, and essentially not a very flattering fit. Anyway, I say I don't care about that. So to me, as long as I'm comfortable in this heat, I don't give a monkeys. The breast stuff is not so bad. The microphone equipment is weighing it down. But if I was to wear this kind of anywhere but the house, this belt would need to come on desperately. Right, that's it. So I am off to Longside Market tomorrow, and I may or may not be filming it for your viewing pleasure. So I'm going to go and see Paul at Longside Fabrics. He's got some really great viscose in at the moment. He's also advertised he's got some 100% cotton in, so the viscose is £2.50 a metre, the 100% cotton is £3 a metre. So how can I ignore that? Of course I've got to go. So I'm going to get another 3 metres to do another attempt at this pattern. You know, I'm going to probably review this video to remember what adjustments I need to make. And I think one of the problems is I didn't actually do a full bust adjustment, but because it was so big I didn't think I needed to. So I've got a kind of choice of what to do. Do I just kind of take the waist up, or do I do a full bust adjustment and then, I don't know. I'll see when I get to the pattern. So the staple vest, for those who may be new and haven't seen the 5,000 versions I've done before, is this pattern here by Simply Sewing. I've done a full bust adjustment on this. I've lengthened the bodice. I've still got to do sway back adjustment, so I'm going to put a picture up momentarily of a previous make. And this week I'm going to be doing a pattern to pair with one of the fabrics, so bear with me. Okay, so this chunk of fabric that's left is the staple vest, so it's a plain kind of mauve? Is mauve the right word? I don't know. And then we have this that goes along with it. I bought this from Paul for £2.50 a metre. So for this particular fabric, I'm going to pair it with another old pattern that I've done before. Let me just find it. There we go. So this is the Selena skirt, so it's a high-low hem, very poofy, very swishy, perfect for hot weather. Means I also can wear my chub rub shorts, super important because I have absolutely got to have something between my thighs, otherwise my thighs are going to blister. And it's a pretty simple construction, so I'm going to be looking tomorrow for a corresponding zip which needs to be 10 inches for this. And I will be doing it at its biggest hip size, which is a 48-inch hip. I've done it many times before. The versions that I've done I've always been very happy with. I don't have any currently because I made them when I was a beginner sewer, so they haven't lasted the test of time. One of the things I am going to do is I'm not going to serge the inside, because I know from previous experience it does waft around a lot and you can actually see the inside gussets quite a lot. And I don't have any matching overlocking thread because of the unusual colour of the fabric. So what I'm going to be doing is French seams on this, on everything apart from the actual centre back, because that would be tricky to put an invisible zip in and do a French seam. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to use some of this leftover fabric, I'm going to do some bias tape, and then I'm just going to do the back panel. The reason why I'm not going to do all of the seams in this is simply because it would be a fabric muncher, it would take loads of time, and I think French seams in this case would do for the vast majority of it. and it'll look fine. I think this would also be really, really cool if you lined it. So I've often thought about having a black satin with a red satin kind of inside underlay. I think that would look really fabulous, as I say, because you can see the back kind of swishing about. I have bought one other pattern this week, which was the Lauren blouse. Again, eBay purchase, a Simply Sewing pattern. This is a fantastic size range for a free magazine pattern. It goes between sizes 8 to 34. So in real terms, because we know on this channel that those numbers are BS. In terms of the lowest size, it fits a bust of 32 inches, a waist of 24 inches and a hip of 36. The biggest size is 58-inch bust, 50-inch hip and 62-inch hips, and that's great. So I have loads of fabrics that would look awesome in that, and I got it for a bargain price of about £3. So look on eBay, guys, but not before I buy them, please. Thanks. Right, so that's kind of it from the sewing front. Any suggestions on these on the fit to improve this rather very comfortable but not particularly flattering item would be appreciated. I started work again this week. Well, start work. I went back to the office this week, so I've done my second day, and yeah, that's why I'm pushing the clothes, because my first day I was just a puddle of sweat, and today I was wearing I'll show you the dress actually, this dress, and this is a budget make. Absolutely, this is exactly what I wanted to do with this channel. Now, if you're very, very keen on my channel, you may recognise this from my very, very first vlog. It was one of my early makes during lockdown last year. So the main body piece here is a cotton jersey that I got from So Affordable. It was about £3.50 a metre. The black jersey I got from Longsight Market. So total price of this garment was about £10. The pattern is not a Big Four pattern, it's not an indie pattern. It is from a Polish magazine, which my friend who is Polish sent to me, which has got full of great patterns in it. I keep meaning to kind of go back and do it, but it's kind of a birder style experience, which gives me hives. But if I'm going to get great looking items like this out of it, it might be worth revisiting it. Now, if you really love this main fabric, I have seen it on eBay quite a few times. It tends to be about £10 a metre, and I can testify it's pretty good. I mean, it's been through the wash so many times. It hasn't shrank, it hasn't faded, it's been really workable. Now, someone cynical might go, well, if you got it for £3.50 a metre, they'll probably use the same print but put it on a cheaper fabric. I say, because I've been so comfortable in this week, it's got to have a high organic fibre content, because otherwise I'd just be dying. I just would be. So yeah, I'm convinced that the person who runs So Affordable just happened to get kind of a dead stock of it, or you know, just got a really good price on it. Yeah, it's one of my favourite dresses. Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, this one really. I will hopefully see you again next week if the work schedule doesn't completely knacker me out. After 2 days I am already knackered, but that might be the heat as well. Oh, if you're on Clubhouse, that would be marvellous. Myself, Shirley from So Fabricate, Alex Judge, Sam from Frugalissima, we're all fairly regular on that platform, but it's not kind of a YouTube show. It really is an open topic. We have a topic of the week, and then inevitably Shirley talks about my boobs at some point, so it's a good laugh. I also want to mention, actually, while I'm on kind of a general chat, I've been approached by a charity drive called Funderwear. Now, Funderwear is a great charity to promote. So on the 18th of September, although the whole campaign will be running through September itself, you may see some activity on various platforms for underwear. And the idea is that you take a free pattern, so Megan Nielsen is one of them, there's a French company, if I can find the pattern I'll put it below. Megan Nielsen is more inclusive in terms of the size, so that if you're slightly larger like me, don't bother with the other one, look at the Megan Nielsen one, and those companies have kindly given permission for underwear to kind of use their pattern to promote it. You have to sign up and do the usual stuff to get these patterns, but it's completely free. Great scrap buster. I've never done underwear before, so I'm probably going to have to do some practice before I do that event. And we're kind of, as a group of people, we're trying to decide how to actually best host it. So you might have some notifications. Now the actual charity itself is for Joe's cervical cancer. In the UK, and I'm sure everywhere else, the NHS is very, very behind, and lots and lots of people, including moi, have had letters to go and get their smear tests, and I haven't done mine yet. Don't leave me a load of comments, I will be getting it done, I promise. But it's a really good reminder to go and get checked, because it might save your life. And you know, the fundraising, but it's more of an awareness campaign. So let's say you might see some stuff kind of going on. I want to do some fun stuff on the back of it. Maybe there's a Debbie Shaw pattern book which has kind of an underwear bag, you know, like just kind of make some fun with it really. So if you want to join in, you know, please look out for that, and they have their own Instagram page, so it's Funderwear, and I'll try and put it at the bottom. So that's all the notifications, everything interesting that I can tell you about this week. I hope you're having a great week. Stay sexy and don't sweat to death. See you later. Bye bye.